Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Zach, aka Keats39 here, getting back to NBA action after a couple days of some weird stuff going on, but rightfully so. So, just not going to get into the politics, we're going to get right into this one. Starting at point guard, it's definitely a weirder slate, a lot of injury news compared to normal. Starting with James Harden, he's a tough one. I actually like him as a GPP play today because he was like 15% in the last couple games, and that was without Russ. Russ gonna be back today, so we could just go with a debate between the two. I'm always a Team Russ guy. I just think he's like in this offense, he's so good. Um, but I do expect some sort of minutes limit, like nothing like crazy, but I'd say probably 30 to 35. I think that's fair for him. And I'm gonna expect like Harden to still be in his 40s, and he's still gonna do exactly what he's been doing. So definitely a lot of interest still. I won't have him just because I've been team balance builds during this, um, but I still like Harden a lot here. As for Russ, like I was telling Gator, I really wish that he was like 9K. If he was at that price range, I'd be like really interested. But all the price up to 10K, it's going to be really tough for me to fit him in my lines, especially with the unknown minutes limit probably. Like I'm going to guess D'Antoni says he'll have a minutes limit, but not actually give us a number. So it's going to be tough to play him. But for GPPs, like I think both these guys have probably the two highest upsides on the slate. So yeah, definitely have interest there. Um, we'll go to LeBron. He's an interesting guy because during this whole couple days, there's been a lot of LeBron James going around. Like people are not happy with him, and he's like making himself look bigger than the rest of the league, which is really weird for him. He's usually like a guy that like comes out and everyone loves and just really like does the right thing all the time. We've seen a couple times this year of him not doing that. So I could see like it's gonna be a tough one because this game has been really bad. That series has been really bad the last few. Um, but I kind of think it stays close. As I've been betting Trailblazers all series and it's been cost me a lot of money. Um, oh crap. But yeah. So I do like LeBron. I I probably won't have many studs in my lines today, as I've mentioned a couple times. So it'll be hard because I don't really like the value too much. Um, but yeah, definitely a fine play. Especially he's been got hot again, so I definitely think his upside's there. Um, so we'll go to the three OKC point guards: Chris Paul, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Dennis Schroeder. Shai's still gonna be my favorite. Probably gonna be a core. He's playing. He's gonna see like 42, 43 minutes, which is absolutely absurd. Um, he's just he's active in those minutes. Like we're seeing his rebound go up. He's seeing his assists go up. Shots were pretty sure they're still fine. Last game not ideal. Yeah, 17 shots, 18 shots, 17 shots. So yeah, you live with that at the price. Um, I think that Houston ends up running away with a couple of these games now that Russ is back. But and then Chris Paul, I do like Chris Paul. He hasn't been that sexy play yet, but I'm expecting him to get there. So, like his floor points have just been really low. I expect like one of these. He's gonna get like close to that triple double number again, like he was in game one. But it's gonna be like it's. I prefer CJ McCollum over him, so it'll be tough to play CP3. And then Dennis Schroeder, he's kind of scoring reliant. He's like the one guy. Like the other two see like 38. Like it's like 43 minutes a game for Shea, like 38, 39 for CP3, and then like 32 for Schroeder. So it does make it tougher to play him. But he's been so good in his minutes. So definitely interested in Schroeder. So I'll take us to CJ McCollum. He's probably going to be extremely chalky. And he's gonna cut like if you fade him, I actually like a fade. I'll have him, but I really like the fade of him because this game blows out again. And he's gonna bust hard, and that's where you can go get some upside players, like the CP3 maybe. But personally, I'll probably have CJ McCollum. I just think his shots are gonna be crazy, his usage is gonna be crazy. Um, Yeah, so definitely one of my top plays. This next tier, Eric Bleds doesn't play, but like his minutes are terrible, so I probably won't have much of him. But has upside, so don't hate to play. To this Markel Fultz, like I like Markel Fultz a pretty decent amount today. 31 minutes last game. Like I'm gonna expect him to be 31 to 35 minutes today in an elimination game. Like unless he sucks in his first stints, like they're gonna try to play him a lot. Just there's no reason not to. So like the upside, like he's been really good, like in his minutes. Good has been kind of limited, but like he's shown flashes of not maybe the number one overall pick, but he's been showing flashes of like a top 10 pick that the Magic basically trade a second rounder, which is garbage for him. So then DJ Augustine, he was chalk last game, so probably gonna be unowned. I like him as a GPP play, but his price is kind of crap, so it'll be tough for me to play him. But I think he's fine. Anthony Simons, he's probably be high end. I'm not too interested. Like if I land on him, cool. But like I don't expect too much of a big boost. Like last game he had 25 minutes, but that was because of the blowout, not really because of Dame Lillard injury. Um, like I expect Gary Trent to start, and I expect them to run that five. Like Simons, I'd guess 20 minutes, but like they're gonna want to run. It's gonna be Dame or CJ McCollum, Gary Trent Jr., Carmelo Anthony, probably Hassan Whiteside. Like maybe they could go small, but I doubt they want to. And then Nurkic. So like, there's not. I don't really like those guys are gonna play 40 minutes. I bet you all of them do. So it just makes it a little tough. I'll mention George Hill. I think he's a fine play at the price as a punt. Over to shooting guard. Most of these guys were already mentioned in the point guard spot. There's a couple. Eric Gordon. I think he's gonna be unowned, and like I don't think Russ is gonna absolutely kill him. So I can see the play. I won't have him, but I actually like don't hate it as much as everyone else is going to. Like he's gonna get his shots up. Evan Fournier, I think is really interesting. I think he's gonna probably push 40 minutes again. Um, has just not shot the ball well. Not an ideal defense for him, as lengthy as they are. But like Milwaukee is like this year has been not good against the three ball. So like I could see Fournier having a breakout game sometime. Terrence Ross don't have too much interest in just because his minutes haven't like he got a boost last game, but it's like he's really shooting reliant. He got the 8 rebounds last game. That's kind of fluky. Uh, Danny Green, he's been playing better, so I have interest in him. Like if it's close, he'll probably see like 30 minutes against a bad defense. I just never play Danny Green unless he's like a mid punt, but like it's hard to argue if he's getting the minutes. If he's making a shot, he'll probably get the value. But like there's other 4K plays that I'd rather play. Like I'd rather have George Hill than Danny Green. I think Caruso's in play. He's been playing a little better, GPP only type of play, but yeah. Over to small forward. Um, Chris Middleton, he's been just like getting to the 5x. He's just overpriced for me. But he hasn't been playing any minutes. But like if he ever like got to 40 minutes, he'd probably smash. But rather not take the chance. Gallinari has been a weird one. Like the Thunder have ran out weird rotations. Like we've seen 39 minutes, and then we've seen 29 minutes. It's like the Houston Rockets are just a real tough problem for him with how fast and much they want to move around. Doesn't really bode well for him defensively. Carmelo, I have a very fair interest in Carmelo. Like he's probably gonna see 20 shots. It's like he's gonna come down to is the game gonna stay close? But like he's in my holder right now. I just think that the shots are not correct, or his price is not correct for the shots he's gonna put up. But he's also one he could put up 15 DK, so he's a really tough cookie to crack here today. The Rockets guys, I do like it's Daniel House got like an $800 price decrease with the Russ news. So like I had no interest really in him because I expected the Russ come back, but at 5.1, like he's gonna still see his 35. Like so for the minutes, I'm gonna expect like most teams would be like Austin Rivers not gonna play as many minutes, but with the Rockets, like it's gonna be like a 5 minute decrease for everyone would be my guess because they just run that small ball lineup that's like so effective. So it's like Russ could play this really the five in this offense. So I really expect like everyone to get a decrease. So like if House is still seeing 35 minutes, like he's hit 6x and three straight at this price. Like it's not like he's getting usage taken away. Like he just sits in the corner. They drive and his guy crashes. He gets a wide open three. Like that's literally every possession for the Rockets. So I do have interest in House. Um, Gary Trent as another guy that I'm probably gonna play. I'm expecting 40 minutes. He's been awful in this series. Um, but he's gonna get a pretty high uptick in usage, I think. Especially shots. Like I'm gonna guess like 15 to 20 here today. Um, and if the game's close, it's gonna be because they're making shots. So I'm gonna take my chance on him. James Ennis, not too much interest here. Like his minutes have gone down. Like obviously the suspension, but like he's losing minutes to other guys now. I'm just thinking he can do better at the price. Lou Dort, I do have interest in. Like if he stays out of foul trouble, they're literally not guarding him from three because he's been bad. Like if he makes like last game he made two in the first quarter. If he gets like hits 4 threes that he's not guarded on, he's already at value basically. So I have interest there. Like he's gonna play as many minutes as he can to guard Harden, maybe even Russ, but I'm gonna guess probably not too much Russ. So yeah, I think definitely in play there. Over to power forward, Giannis. Like I said, every slate, if it's close, he'll probably smash. If not, he'll not do great. But like I think he's the top stud here today. I said that the other two might have higher upside. I forgot about Giannis, honestly. Like, he has the highest upside, probably. Anthony Davis, questionable. Left the game with a back, but that's just because they're up, like, 90. Like, almost not exaggerating, about 90. But, same thing as at every other game. Like, he could totally smash them if this game stays close. Like, they have nobody to throw at him. Nurkic, I actually don't like him very much with the news, too. Dame, like his offense is kind of the pick and roll, and then don't like CJ's not as good at that. So at 8.6, I probably won't see him, but he's gonna play 40 minutes. So if you end with him, it's like not the end of the world. I think like 20 and 13 is very doable. Yeah, that's all the guys that weren't covered in small forward. Like, yeah, that's about it for those plays. Over to center, I think Vucevic, sorry, is probably my favorite play of the slate. Like I expect 40 minutes from him. Brooklyn or not Brooklyn, Brook Lopez, but the Milwaukee has no one to guard him. He's probably gonna see 40 minutes here, and like we've seen like 6x out of this in like almost every game. Um, he's just like so good at basketball. Like I was telling Gator, I think he's probably the most underrated player in the league. Like everyone, even like in the game, they're like Chris Middleton, most underrated player in the league. I think Vucevic is by far a better player than Chris Middleton. And he gets no credit. I love Vucevic here. Probably going to be one of my starting blocks today. Steve Adams is an interesting guy today. Just because if you get like his minutes, it's obviously tough to tell because of the whole small ball. Like Rocket, I don't think the Thunder still know what they're doing to guard it. But like if he gets to 30 plus minutes, like at 5.5, I really like him. But he's probably GPP only. Jeff Green, I think, does take a pretty solid hit with Russ back, but I think he's still going to probably see around 28 to 32 minutes. I think he's a fair play. It'll be tough for me to play him, but I can't argue it. I like Brook Lopez a pretty decent amount. He's seen a 30-minute mark to guard Vooch. He's going to be right around the 5x. Like if he gets he's going to have a really good shooting day here soon, and I wouldn't be there for it, so I'll have my exposure to Brook Lopez. Whiteside, he was like massive chalk last game. I was not expecting that. And it went exactly how you think a Hassan Whiteside starting high end play would go. He absolutely sucked, but I think he's in play. Like he's been in foul trouble every game, and there's no reason to think it won't happen again against LeBron and Anthony Davis. But if he could get 30 minutes, I'll honestly probably he'll hit 5x easy if he gets 30 minutes. But it's tough to gauge that he will. PJ Tucker, I do have interest in him. I guess like 35 minutes again for him. Just don't expect a massive game, but I think a 5x game is very, very in play. Just does what rebounds, plays defense, and stays in the corner. That's pretty much his game. Gary Clark in play. Really depend on the 3 ball, but he shot it pretty well so far. As you've seen, pretty much 5x in every game in the series that he's played a lot. I hate playing guys like him, like blowout threat, shooting dependent, forward. It's like so much that can go wrong. Especially he'll be guarding Giannis, so that's such easy foul trouble. So it's just probably a pass for me, but in play. Finally, the 2 Lakers guys I think deserve a little more in play than they'll probably get. Like I'm probably under 5% for both of them. Like Dwight Howard, I think like they don't have a backup center. So like Dwight Howard comes in and smashes every time he comes in, like a point per minute type play. So if he gets to 20 minutes, he's gonna hit 5x. If you think this game blows out, I love Dwight Howard. If it stays close, I like Dwight Howard. That's how I look at it. And then JaVale, like I prefer Dwight over JaVale, but JaVale's been so good in the series. Like it's like 2 TK points per minute on this, but yeah, it's probably about where I finish up. So, yep, good luck to that, everyone. Look forward to seeing basketball come back once again.